Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cosmic Insight, your Friday night tune-up. I'm your co-captain host, Pugh, along with...
Rebecka Gregory here. Welcome to the Friday Night Tune Up. How exciting today is. What is today? June the 3rd. Whoa.
Only, 12 more days to my birthday?
Oh, is that you have to remind me because I will forget.
So I accept all birthday donations.
You are so funny. But hey, what a week it's been. How's your week been, Hillis?
It has been really insightful, as things are coming up. It's stepping into the space of really looking into the mirror, really analyzing and understanding what is the beauty of the energy that is emerging right now. Especially after we had that great interview with Derek Rydell this week. It was really amazing. So if you guys missed it, go and check out that interview.
Yes, do.
And one of the things that we talked about, and I guess is coming to my mind here, so I guess it's important to say, is the in the interview I briefly mentioned about how I was in meditation one night and the word broken came into my awareness, and usually that doesn't come into my awareness. And so as I was thinking about it, sitting with it, as it came up on the shelf, it's like, what is it that's broken? What is it that has for me to step into an alignment with? And it is in the energy of accepting the path and movement that I'm about to embark on now, as these new journeys and new energies are opening up. And so I have to just simply be in this space and say, just okay, if it's broke, let's fix it. Or if it's not in alignment, let's get it back on track. And so, you know, what does that even look like? So that's the space I've been in. How about you? That was a loaded question. It's like, oh, uh-oh.
That was a loaded question because this past week it's been a really good week, but a really crazy week. I know that I can feel the influx of new energies that are coming in, and like there's been a lot of downloads happening. I can always tell when the downloads are coming in, and the energies are just been really freaking intense. So hold on, because I have a feeling it's going to just get a little bit even more intense with everything that's going on astrologically. But my week has been really cool in that we had this amazing interview with Derek, which was kind of like, and I'm going to talk about it for a second because I never read his books or anything like that before, and
Mhm.
the interview was just absolutely amazing and so in sync of everything going on in my world, and his book is what's emerging 7 radical changes
Oh
or
no, state of
state
emergence.
of emergence 7 radical changes for life or something.
Yes.
I highly recommend you get it because it really opened my eyes up to kind of where I was, just to like, and everything that was kind of inside of me, but kind of like put the pieces together for me in a way, like
Hmm.
added just an extra spark. So that was really cool experience for me. And that is kind of, it's kind of been excelling. I've been in this excelling space, I guess you should say, where just like a lot of things that have happened in my world are connecting, and all these circles are coming together, and
Yeah.
a lot of clarity is coming from messages and experience I received years and years ago. And it's just like this week has just been like, I've been dealing with a lot of like, and we're going to talk about this in a little while, as spiritual ego, and a lot of like ego stuff coming up that I thought I moved past or has been challenged in front of me to look at, to see. And also, it's part of our growth of what is coming up in the world around that. And then also all this clarity of stepping forward and moving into this new part of me, which I've been feeling happening. However, it was just like this week was just kind of like the changing of the guards, and the changing of everything, and everything kind of shifting. And as I said, a lot of things that had come to me years ago where I thought had one meaning, I got the true meaning this week. So that was really cool and exciting. So, and it's just riding that wave of these energies I've just been feeling, and just and some little tired, feeling a little tired in times and anything, but not tired, just like I need to
Yeah,
rest. Tired, my body needs to rest because of the energy uploads that are happening, and being that space of flow and allowing everything to happen.
yeah. You
There you
know,
go. In a
I, you
nutshell.
know, I wanna go back because something that you said about the intense energies. Uh, what's fascinating about this for me is I feel into what this is. It's more so, and this has to go back to what I talked about being broken. And what I feel is definitely the energies are moving into a new universal flow,
Hmm.
new energies of where we are now moving into a stronger alignment with what we want. And sometimes things may come up that is in our heart that we may not want to deal with, but we have to deal with it and find the best and most loving and gentle way to deal with what is coming up in that moment. And so it's really, really moving into that sweet spot, if you will, of saying, okay, I can do this, I can handle it. And so that's where we are right now.
Exactly. Exactly. And I love how you bring out, the broken. Um, because people who are empaths, or people who are very sensitive to energies in their whole lives growing up, that's something that kind of everybody holds deep inside of them, that they're broken.
Yeah, exactly.
And the emergence of who we are right now is stepping into that space, is we are not broken at all.
No.
And we never have been. We've just been conditioned. We've conditioned ourselves with our own inner mind to tell ourselves that, to keep ourselves locked in who, not allowing ourselves to shine.
Yeah, exactly.
And now's the time to look at those that's popping up, that brokenness that might come up in your head, because I'm sure some people are still experiencing that,
Yeah,
and knowing that that's just the trickery and the distractions of keeping you away from the truth of who you are.
yeah,
And it's time to step beyond that, and step into your heart, and step into your joy, and step and really get the clarity and follow that path.
yeah. Exactly. And I just want to take this moment to say hello to everyone
Yeah,
because we forgot to say
we got
hello.
caught talking.
But you guys know we love you. But what was interesting too about this week, as I feel the energies of my personal emergence of energies coming up, because I'm sharing a lot more of my poetry, sharing a lot more of personal stuff. And this week, as the mirror is constantly being shown to me, there's a docu-series that I've been watching and I found interesting in the way that this individual, and I'm doing this without naming names or naming the name of the show, but this individual is a spiritual leader. And I did that purposely because what really defines a spiritual leader? Is it someone who has 1 million followers? Not in my opinion. Someone is more of they talk the talk and they walk it. I'm not saying that this individual has not, but it is in the messaging that there is contradiction. It is in the messaging of contradiction of actions.
Hmm.
It is in the contradiction of how she.
What?
I, it's in contradiction to how this person is has this expectation of followers versus how they live their life. And I was telling Rebecca, I said, Rebecca, if I ever get to a place like this, slap me stupid because it's just appalling to me and how someone can pray off of other people's weaknesses. And yet, in watching this and feeling into the energy of this individual has said that they have dealt with their own issues. But in feeling that and looking at it, this person has not. Because if this person did, there would be a much more compassionate energy emanating from this. And I'm looking at other peers, other colleagues in the field. I'm like, how many people are actually doing this? Just because they call themselves a spiritual leader or call themselves a thought leader or call themselves this or that, and they have, 100,000 or 500,000 or a million people following them, that's because they won a popularity contest. You know, not saying that I don't want to be popular, not saying that I don't want fame. I'm not saying I don't want any of these things, but you have to know that when you're in this space, when you're in this energy, there's a lot of energy that you put out and a lot of energy that's going to come back, and it's in that field of resonance. And it's in that field of resonance that you have to be ready to receive what comes to you. And I'm just happy and grateful for the clients who I help and the people who watch this show, because it is in that energy that we feel the love and support, because we are honest with ourselves. We are authentic. We are raw. We are vulnerable. Like, you seen us cry, laugh, and just sometimes be downright ornery on the show. And so I think that's what makes a person that does this work what they do. That's important. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I just came up with a new word. We have the influencers and we have leaders and we have this. Why don't we just, and personally, the word spiritual and spirituality, this is just my own personal belief, is just I'm just moving away from it, because I just feel there's so much dogma around it. I feel there's so much attachment and labels around it and separation around it
Expectations.
and expectations, and it's just lost its way of the truth of what the word was originally defined to be
Right.
around.
Yeah.
That's just my own personal point of view. And but what I was, as you were talking, Hillis, what came to is, um, we should be exemplars,
Yeah.
and in that we should just be the example of how you should live your life and how you should walk on this earth, in a space of love, unconditional love, in a space of peace, in a space of kindness, in a space of non-judgment, in a space of being in the truth of who you are and following your heart, and being an example of that for others to have the hope. As you say, I say hope is honoring our personal evolution, to be the example of the hope that we all can be in this world.
Yeah.
And there's so many people out there that and leaders, and that lose their way. And and it's so funny, because as you were talking about the show, what came to me is kind of looking at it kind of a broader point of view. It was like a perfect
Mm.
example of the crazy ass world we live in. I mean, it was just the macroism, the microism. That's what we live in. We live in a big freaking we're just still in like high school. The world, cool. Like, who's popular, who's not popular. I want to be with this crowd. I want to be with that crowd. Oh, you're not, you don't have to, you don't have, it's just, it's
Or
freaking broken.
tribes, as they like to call them.
The what?
Or tribes, as people like to
Or
be called now.
tribes,
That's
or,
the new
whatever
hip
it is.
thing.
And it's like, we need to, I just feel we need to get away from all that, and just be who you are, accepting of everyone for who they are, and just
Yeah.
opening ourselves and our hearts to accept everyone. Um, and be in that space, and there and just be an example of the truth, because if you want to get into Jesus, that's all Jesus wanted people to do. He wanted them to be example of him, which is the truth of kindness and love.
Yeah.
And we
And they
totally
said
lost our
Jesus
way
was
with
a
that as
cult.
well. What?
And they said Jesus had a cult.
Well, the word
You
cult, it
know, it's like
cracks
all
me up.
these little nuances, because somebody doesn't agree with something, and just because somebody doesn't agree with whatever method or way that you do things, they're gonna label you or mislabel you or construe you or put you in a box, and so people can say, oh well, you're that person, and so you become like this misfit or this outcast or this whatever, and so it's all these things just because you
What
are not in alignment or in agreement with someone else.
it's funny because it all stems to what everybody on this planet really wants is to be loved.
Yeah,
Yet we do everything we can possibly to keep ourselves from loving ourselves and others
yeah,
by all the
exactly,
stupid games we play.
exactly,
And
exactly.
knowing that everyone has their own individual experiences, their own individual belief systems, that they've grown up, and to honor where they are and who
Yeah,
they are, no matter what
yeah,
it is.
yeah,
You could talk, the silly things they do. Like, I was my girlfriend, who I love to death, just called literally right before this, and she's like, "Hey, I'm at the restaurant. Would you like to come and have dinner?" And I'm like, "Well, you're already there." It's just, but that's how she functions, and I know she's like that. And it's just, but to me, I'm like, I wouldn't function that way, but I just find it, that's just how she is, and
yeah.
I love her for it. So it's just, finding those spaces and learning to navigate with people on how they navigate, and decide how much you want to interact.
Yeah, and I think what's really important here is for people to remember that regardless of who you choose to follow, okay, because everyone's
Yeah.
following somebody. I have a few people who I follow, and not necessarily not follow literally, but kind of see what they do, or kind of understand the paths and things that they do. Even though I receive intuitive messages to do things slightly different, but everyone has that one person. Everyone has that one being, whether whether if it's a physical person, whether if it's God, source, creator, whatever this one is, it is in that space where we have to honor that one, the and not be quote unquote led by, or led by the energy of it, or led by the pain of it, or led by the suffering, or the hope of it. It's more so understanding that if I go down this path, if I choose to follow this individual, if I choose to follow my train of thought, if I choose to follow the collective, or if I choose to follow whatever, know that whatever you follow has to resonate. Because if it's not resonating in you, if it's not resonating in your field, then of course you're always going to come upon, bumps and hiccups and all these things that are not in alignment with you. But yet, you know, sometimes as humans we're gluttons for punishment. We choose to go down this path because I'm so dead set on going this way. I'm dead set doing this. I'm dead set doing it, doing it, doing it, doing it, and it's like you're fighting against whatever you need to fight against. And why fight against is something that is not doing you any good? Why fight against something that on some level is hurting you mentally, emotionally, physical, in every aspect of yourself? Why do we do it? Rebecca, why do we do that? Why do we fight? Why do we put up such a wall of resistance, huh?
Because we want to belong and we want to be loved, just as I said before.
Yeah,
So we put ourselves in situations to looking for something that we don't want to look within ourselves. And that's why we follow people, and that's why we look for those answers outside of ourselves. That's, I mean, on my path I went through a lot of teachers, and I've learned on the and I'd be listening, I was all into somebody, and all of a sudden, done, I'm going out of here, never listen to them again.
yeah,
So it's, once again, it's learning to discern the energy of where you are and the information that you need to receive, and knowing and giving yourself permission. You don't have to continue if you've moved past the teachings, or you've
yeah,
moved past the energy that this person is resonating at, that it doesn't. And that's the thing, it's always stay in the truth of you and who you are, stay
yeah,
in the alignment of who you are, and always listen to your heart, and know, and don't get caught up in the I'm going to be left out game. because that's what we all do. You remember
FOMO.
what's the biggest stress thing when you were little in gym class? I'm not going to get picked. And or maybe, me,
Yeah.
you're
The
not going to
fear
do
of missing
anything.
out on
Well, I can be
life.
part of the group. So that's something we've all been conditioned to be left out. So sometimes with teachers, and we get so caught up in that feeling of belonging and connection that we lose track and sight of what's truly right for us. And that's when it comes back to take that breath and know and give yourself permission. Okay, time to find someone else, or I need to go within myself and see where I need to go next and where I need to step next. And don't feel, I was thinking about this today, of all the different things I've done on my journey, in and out. Sometimes I've taken a class just for like one little word, seriously, just to learn like one little thing, and that was it. But I've been one who's I've gone down the rabbit hole of classes. I have a whole book of certificates. I mean, a book of certificates. So I was one of those that went on that journey. So that's why I can talk about this. And I did get caught up in the, oh my God, I got to continue with this. And then I'm like, no, this isn't really for me. And so
Yeah.
now I know I don't, I've stepped back to learn, okay, I've been on this journey for these experiences to learn all this stuff, but this now I'm coming into the uniqueness of me and how I deliver everything I've learned.
Yeah. Exactly. And you're amazing at it.
What?
Delivering everything that you do, you're amazing at it.
Oh, my thank you, and so are you. I
Thank you.
Yeah,
But no, but it's really important, because as children, because that's what we are, and I mean that in the little and figurative sense, that even as little children, even now as adult children, we have this desire to follow, to learn, to understand, and that's all in our field to do such things. But then it gets to a point of saying, okay, well, who can I learn from now? Who's my next teacher? Who's my next master? And then, you know, you have to allow yourself to step into that role of self teacher or self master, because I'll be honest, I mean, there are people who I read and people who I follow, but I'm not a student of theirs. I'm not a follower of theirs. It's not in that same context. And I'm trying to remember something that I think it was Sherry and Shara or someone else who I talked to, but it was coming strong in this moment is that some of the reason why we move into that space is, we begin to idolize somebody. Is that, and what does idolize mean? Idolize. I don't know. I'm trying to, since I've been doing this whole meaning word, hidden meaning of
I
words thing
know.
lately, idol eyes.
I do.
And so what's coming to me in this
Be
moment
something
just,
beyond yourself.
well, not even that. It's much simpler than that. Because when we don't see ourselves or hold a vision for ourselves, we put someone else in that frame of vision for us to see, and we get so lost in that. We get so, for example, Janet Jackson. I love me
We
some
love
Janet
Janet
Jackson.
Jackson.
Love me some ever since I was 10 years old, and hopefully before her or I leave this earth, I get to meet her. I have yet to meet her, but that's a whole other story. But it's the difference from looking up to someone and admiring someone and then idolizing them and putting them on this pedestal as they can do no wrong. But as you put this person in this position, you are giving away all your power. You're giving away your identity. You are then succumbing to this other person. You're taking on all of this other person, and so then also you get maybe resistance in this because you're not identifying as yourself anymore. You're identifying as this other person. What would so and so do? What would So it's a slippery slope. It's a thing that's in a constant flow and flux and exchange of energies, and I guess all that we're kind of saying here tonight, guys, is follow your heart, follow your intuition. I mean, granted, there's someone for everyone out there for us to be there and to assist us on our path, because we all have that one person,
Mhm.
but I mean, it's just,
It's all information that we need to acquire.
yeah,
Energy is information and how
yeah,
you're gonna receive it, and the world talks to us, um, to show us live examples of what we need to see, hear, or want to experience, and comes to us that way. So when you find someone to you follow or learn from or teach from, that's just information, and that information can change, and you could come back to it, but it's also, I think it's more of just stepping into realize and remembering the divinity of who you are,
yeah,
remembering the wholeness and the oneness of who you are. And there's no separation. And stepping into the once the truth of you, to listen to the inside, not the out. The out is just it is just kind of like showing you. It's just kind of your navigator, your guide, like, just like we can look at things. Like it was so funny. I'm gonna bring up the story with the dogs on the show the other day with Derek.
oh
Oh
yeah,
my god, so funny. I don't know if it require I haven't finished watching the whole show, but anyhow, there was a part of it, I have my 3 huskies, and I was home, and Derek was talking about, awareness and distractions and this and that and where we put our attention, and it was just the conversation. Well, next thing you know, all 3 of my dogs are having a whole entire husky concert going on. They're all howling and screaming as he's having this conversation, and his wife comes in the back, and like you see her head pop up, and she had to get in the closet, and it was just like chaos broke out while he was talking about pulling your distraction away. But it was priceless because it was like a live action movie of exactly what he was talking about, like being shown out in the world around us to all of us.
yes, perfectly
And
orchestrated by the universe.
it was, and it was just beautiful to watch, and it was so funny because it was so clear. And then after he was finished answering the question, the dogs laid down, went back to, like, everything stopped and went back
Yeah,
to silence. But it was just, so that's how the world like talks to us and shows us, okay, this is what's going on. We're going to show you. Let's see. Are you being distracted right now? Or are you going to stay aligned to who you are? So,
yeah,
really look, the more aware you are of what goes on around you, not and not to look at the outside for your answers, but as your guide,
yeah.
because
That's
the
all it is,
universe
people.
guides you. The universe, if you the more aware you get, the more you will see. I mean, I know when I travel and I'm like might be lost, I birds will show me where to go, and I watch those birds. I mean, the more aware you can get, you will see how the world and around you on the outside is just your navigation.
Yeah,
It's just your big GPS. And more in tune you're with it, and the more open you're to receive it, you'll be just you'll just flow because you'll be navigating and not going against what's you're asking for.
yeah.
Everything we need is right in front of us
Yes, exactly. It's
and
just,
within us when we look inside.
yeah. You just
I'm
have to
just
allow
rambling
yourself
on here.
you just have to allow yourself to be open, and that's all basically it comes down to. It's just being open and being ready to receive, no
Exactly.
matter what it is, no matter who it is, no matter what it is, and path, journey, mentor, guide, facilitator, whatever.
And even if something happens in your world that's not, if you want to look, the most exciting thing or most happy thing that happens to you, know that it's also part of your journey and path.
Yeah, yeah,
And that needs to happen in order for something else extraordinary to open up.
exactly.
Especially when you're not listening to the universe, they'll knock you on your ass.
Yeah, but that's a conversation for a whole nother show.
Yes, it is. But I had to say it.
And so tonight, you guys, we are going to continue on with what we did last week. Is that tonight we are foregoing the readings tonight, um, because we want you guys to begin to trust your intuition, to trust the energy that resonates within your soul, within your being, because everything that you want or desire to have the knowledge for is already here. It's already there, present within your being. It's already present in the ethers. It's already present in and around you. So just allow yourself to ask yourself whatever question you're asking yourself, whatever's on your heart, ask the universe for the answer. And if you are unsure of the answer that shows up, ask for confirmation. I do that sometimes. And so just so you know that everything that I am recommending, I do myself. I wouldn't recommend anything that I don't do because how would I know if it worked or not? And
And
it's
remember, you can change everything.
yeah, and it's just that simple. It's just that simple.
So technically, there's no wrong path.
Right,
You just might get diverted for a while
right,
and then realize it and redirect, course correct.
right. And if you guys want to build up trust with your intuition, what I do with some of my clients, or even suggest to some of my friends, is that build up your relationship because it's a muscle like anything else. Just
Mhm.
ask yourself simple yes or no questions, or if you're out driving or out walking or running, exercise or what have you, ask yourself, should I take a left or should I take a right? Or should I turn around? Or whatever should I do? And then whatever comes in, take that, listen to it 100% because there's a potential reason for that.
Mhm.
So yeah. But
And another great thing to do that I do a lot is automatic writing. Write your question down and just start to write and allow whatever comes to come.
exactly.
And don't judge it, don't think about it. If it doesn't make sense, just keep on writing. Just allow the words to flow. So that's another
Exactly.
way to start to allow yourself to receive information. And I know the energies are changing right now, and a lot of people are going through a lot of shifts and changes in your bodies and things opening up. So, look at those as messengers of learning to receive information in a different way because these energies are changing. We are changing. And as they do, we're starting to go through a whole nother, as I said, we're learning the language of vibration now, and our bodies are learning the language of vibration. In order to do that, you've got to open up to receive that vibration and learn how to start to navigate it and discern it and open to it to receive it so you can kind of see how you are receiving the information and what is the word I'm looking for? Defining
Was
or working with the energies that are coming in.
yeah. See, there you go. You got it. You got it.
You got it. Oh, there's Miss Beautiful Lisa jumped on.
Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. So, my dear, do you or did you have the cards ready for the group reading tonight?
Well, the group kind of got a little crazy like when we started the show and like the whole half the pile flew out all over the floor and went in different piles. But we're not going to do all that because we'll be here all night. But I did pull a few cards. Hmm?
Oh, but I'm looking at Indigo's comment here, and I want to address this really quick. That what she's talking about lucid dreaming. So Indigo, my dear, that's a side effect of the ASEA. Because I know that dreaming. I mean, granted, yes, there's a lot of energies coming in on the planet, et cetera, et cetera. But the lucid dreaming is also because of the ASEA, because I noticed that within my first month of taking it, I know Rebecka has too. So I'm glad you're tuned in to that, my dear.
All good stuff.
Yes, yes, yes. But how many cards fall out of the deck? Like 15?
Oh, I put them back. I don't know where they are. They're over here. Yeah, there was a lot. Like, yeah. So we're not. These are just. Hold on.
I have rock music playing in my head now.
You have what?
I have music playing in my head now.
Mm.
There's no specific tune,
Oh
just
shoot. Hold on. I gotta go down. They always fall on the floor. Hold on. Oh, give me little guys.
feel like I'm in the 80s band or something.
Oh, I knew that one. Okay. Mm. Okay. What?
No.
I'm lining them all up here.
I know all those pretty cards. What deck are you using tonight?
I don't even know what deck I'm using. The Wisdom something or others. So,
So
I'm just gonna tell the story. What?
no, I was just gonna say, so just to reiterate, you guys, because I know that Lisa hopped on a little late. The What Rebecca's about to do is a group reading that's in alignment with the current energies of what's happening right now, and after this, we will move into the tune-up.
Give me a second. I'm I'm lining up the story.
She's excited to do this.
I am. It's fun. I love doing this. I love doing journeys with cards. I do my own way of doing your oracle cards. So
Yeah, I really like how you do them. I really do.
okay. So I just want everybody to close their eyes tonight and just kind of relax into it. Unless you're driving, don't close your eyes when you're driving. Um, and just kind of relax into this. Once again, as we said, we kind of want you guys to open up to your intuition. So as I read this journey is for everybody listening now or in the future, of kind of the energies of where they are and kind of a roadmap of where we need to go. So these cards came to play for a reason tonight to take us on a journey. So I ask everyone to close their eyes and enjoy the beautiful journey that's going to be unfolded with the information and the messages that come, and ask yourself a question if you have anything, or sit in that energy to see what comes to you, if you get any messages from what's coming through or any clarity of what's coming through for you, and allow yourself. And afterwards, I love to hear if anything came up or anything comes. So I'm going to begin now. um, but I'm just getting everybody, and I'm just going to do this stuff just to ground myself into the journey that we're about to take. And this is a journey. This is a story. That's what the oracles tell you. They tell you a story to take you on a journey of your soul, a journey of where you're going. So as we begin this evening, we're going to begin our journey at the beginning, at the Phoenix, where we all begin in resurrection. We are surrendering and opening, being asked by the universe to surrender to change. Because that's where we are right now. We are all the Phoenix burning down to the ground to create a new and open up to a new way. And as we do that, and as we move along on this journey of creating ourselves in a new way, of surrendering to the change that is happening, we must learn to trust the universe and trust ourselves, and open up to strategize of where we're going and what we're doing as we move along this new path of not allowing ourselves to go back to the past, those old beliefs, those old way of being, those things that are pulling us back to the ashes of where we no longer need to be. And as we do that, we start to learn and open up and see all the masks that we've been hiding behind, and learning to open to our authentic self, to let those masks all go that still might be trickling around as that ego is coming up, because this new way of being is a change, and is a different change, and is a unique change as you move into the uniqueness of you that you have fought and your whole entire life to step into. But now is the time to do that. And as you do that, you open up to bring more grace into your life, to bring more generosity, to open up to that space to be more giving and be grateful for what is on your world, that transfer to watch, to observe everything else that's going on around you. And as you watch and observe everything that's going on around you, you see the world in a different light. You see the oldness that does not reflect with who you are. And as you open to that space, it opens you up to a new place. And that place opens you up to the place of joyful activity, to celebrate life, to bring the abundance of who you truly are into your world. Allow yourself to fly as you dance with the joyful muse of who you are and the inspiration that you've now brought into your world. As you stepped away from the ashes, allowed yourself to rise, surrender, and trusted yourself to move on to the new person that you are becoming, to step into the togetherness of who you are, from the higher to the human that's here, and emerging that into one, and allowing yourself only to be the watcher of everything else that goes on around you, to not allow yourself to be pulled back to the ashes, because you no longer need to be there, because you've moved past that and are moving into this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful new imagery of you. So that is the story, the oracle story for this evening. And thank you for playing along.
I like that. And everything that you said was confirmation about what's going on in my own personal life.
So yeah, guys, let me know if anything came up for you. So and if you enjoyed that, let me know if you guys like that, so I continue to do that because it was kind of fun for me. I enjoyed it. So
I know you, well, I enjoyed it. So that's enough.
okay, I'm learning my some of it as well because we're sharing with everyone.
I know,
Not all about you, Hillis.
I know, I know, but it was really confirmation of what's really beginning to transpire and open up for me. It's really, really amazing, and what Indigo has to say is that was beautiful, much gratitude. It helped a lot. Oh, and
Nice.
then saying that, oh, Patty now going to, yay! I can't wait. And so you know, I can't. Hopefully, sometime this year I'll be able to share a lot of good news or amazing news with you guys. But it's just confirmation of things that I foresee myself doing within the next 2 years. I'm not going to I'm
Fabulous.
not going to say anything yet. I just want you guys to know to expect something in the next 2 years, something major in the next 2 years from me.
Major.
Major.
Your hair's gonna grow back.
Yeah.
Woo!
Well, hopefully sooner than that, but
I'm just kidding. I couldn't resist that one. I know. Oh, Cosmo agrees. You think so too, Cosmo?
thank you, Cosmo.
What do you think, Cosmo? Are you agreeing?
No, but it's just that when you allow yourself to step away from everything, to remove yourself from the equation, you then begin to see the larger piece, the beautiful energies that you've been waiting for your whole life. It's just,
Right. It's all happening. It's all.
you know,
It is Cosmo, isn't it?
thanks, Cosmo. No, but it's when you just step away from it all and just you begin to see how everything aligned up the way that it was supposed to line up. And so, yeah, you got
Speaking of
excited.
lining up, I got excited. I think my website's finally working. Gosh, praise the Lord.
So you guys can actually go visit Rebecca's
You can
website
visit my
now.
website. I still have some tweaking to go. Oh, and saying that, what I was going to do this upcoming Wednesday, because I got this in the pool to do this. I've had a lot of people asking to do a little past life regression, so I thought I'd do one online. And so I'm going to put that on. I haven't put it on yet, so just send me an email if you'd be interested. But doing an online one, so just not a real deep one, but just a fun little play one to do to open up for people that'd be interested in that. So I just
I
wanted to
love
throw that
that.
out. So check my website out, www.bethechangeinyou.com,
It's
and
in the
look for that
comments
for this
below.
Wednesday. And I'll send the post out. I'll get it ready. I just got the information literally right before I got on this call. So
Where is it?
to do
Where
that.
is it?
And the painting class is coming. I'm getting that together. I'm figuring out my dates on that. So that'll be 4 weeks, once a week doing that. So
Awesome. Yeah, you guys go
like,
check out Rebecca's stuff.
yeah,
You better. No, I'm kidding. Um,
your choice.
yeah, but no, but it's just how everything is just unfolding, and no matter the path that you take, and I guess I'm just gonna say this before we move into the tune-up. No matter the path you take, no matter the choices that you make on this elongated road of life, there's always going to be these points of doubt and these points of shoulda, coulda, woulda, and that's all a part of the human experience. But now, as I'm in the space of rebirth or the space of evolution, everything happened the way that it was. It couldn't happen any other way.
Exactly. Everything's laid out the way it's supposed to be. And
So
when you get in
everyone,
those spaces, shoulda, woulda, whatever, those are the spaces of growth.
yeah. So everyone, take comfort in knowing that everything happened the way it's supposed to happen. It couldn't happen any other way.
Yes.
There's
And
no,
I want to say something else.
yeah.
Just noticing like the comments that are going on about Patty's and Indigo's new cottage that they're getting, and I just want to send you magical wishes for your new adventure. So it's so exciting to see everything finally unfolded after, I know this has been, coming together for a while on your journey and your path. And so amazing. It's finally come together for you. So I'm just sending you the utmost love and magic for everything to just shine.
And yes, she saw the pictures.
Yes, I did. And I told her when I saw the pictures, I did a long time ago. We tapped into the magic of the land, and it was literally just what I pictured when she showed me the pictures. So it was really cool. Um,
She,
what
you said when she showed you the pictures.
she did? Oh,
I
you
see.
did.
Right.
Well, she showed because she sent them. So,
I don't know. I'm
and you
being,
sent them to me.
I know I'm being silly.
Are
Don't
you
mind
being
me.
silly?
Yes, I am. Because you
Well,
know what
maybe
time it
someone's mind coming
is.
in at the wrong time.
You know it's time for the tune-up.
Is it time for the tune-up?
It's time for the
Should I
tune-up.
get my flute out tonight and play the flute for you?
It's when you say it's time for the tune-up, you say it like there with a slight of a British accent.
I do. Oh, it's funny you say that because I've actually had British people walk up to me and ask me if I'm from England.
Yeah. Well, you say it
Well,
when
my
you say
family's
when it's time for the tune-up. You
time for the tune-up.
and the Britishness comes out when you say tune-up. I'm like, okay.
I know. That's why I got to go explore over there. I know there's something for me.
Yep, but we already have homes over there, so no need to worry about that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
What are we
You
gonna
know,
do? What's gonna happen? What's gonna emerge?
I don't know. We're gonna do a quick little tune-up. Oh, and speaking of tune-ups, I'm tuning this up. I am gonna start to do uh, tune-ups like during the week. I'm not sure what days yet, where people can pay a little money to do a tune-up and we can concentrate on something to do a little longer tune-up to kind of start to work on a few things. So I'm going to do the small tune-ups here with start to do bigger tune-ups with a small heart abundance exchange. So
Yay!
yes,
All
so not the
right.
salt. Moving into all this stuff. Okay, my dear loves. I just want everybody to take a deep breath.
And as we open the energies to connect to those who are watching us now and later, knowing that we are in the infinite now, this infinite now moment, to where all thoughts, ideas, concerns, all is addressed in this frequency, in this field of resonance that is specific to you. And know that you will receive just what you have asked for in this moment, for you to be open and allow the energies to transmit what is being present and allowed to transmit for your personal and highest good for now and always.
So I'm feeling to ask everyone listening now or in the future in this moment to imagine yourself as the phoenix, as this beautiful energy comes through me, um, and step into and allow yourself to feel in this moment of what you're resisting, what you're ready to move into, and you haven't yet, and what the ego is keeping you trapped behind. And what is not allowing you to fly out of the ashes? And if you're flying out of the ashes and you're past that point, then step into to what you want to create in this new part of you, or how you want to show up now in this world and serve and be and walk this earth in that space of love as this comes through, because this is a very important time, a very important time indeed, to be able to see all that's going on around you and be aligned to who you are, to move yourself away from who you were. Feel the discord of the resonance within you of what's out of balance in this moment. You. Ika absolutely autotisi modesi autonomisi autoti anomisi autoti amalisi Ika fantosi autotisi monotus autonomisi titi Ika look but autoti Ika autoti 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 Nisa pato aso to badesi autoti asko Lupisa atu ni sa kana pato akatu et lupisa atu e lomatasa. Everybody take a deep breath in. Just feel that in your body in this moment. Open to receive it. Open to be it, and allow it to shift and change you and send you on your journey to your way, truly home to you. What? Everybody take another deep breath in, put their hand on their heart and a hand on their stomach, and bring themselves back home to this waking consciousness of where you are right now.
Yeah. Just remember to honor the beauty of self. Remember to acknowledge the energy that you are your own teacher and your own follower. To know that nobody knows better than you of your experience. No one knows better than you the path that you chose.
Right.
Thank you, Cosmo. And no one truly understands how the energy that you emit better than you. So now is the time to have that trust, that faith in you. And as I spoke this week in regards to the word feel the word itself is the word of God, the word of energy, the word of entity, because it's one of the few words that hold the resonance of divine feminine and masculine. Fee, Fe, meaning, jeez, what was it? Fee, I have to remember because I wrote it down and I have to go back to remember what this means because I can't remember for the life of me right now because I'm in a whole other energy. Uh, and Fee, Fee, five, four, thumb is divine feminine. And it's this
I feel from.
energy, and it's this energy of trust, faith, and believe. And you have the prefix L, which means in Latin that one, or in Hebrew, God. And with those energies is the perfectly balanced word to express that who you are, and that is to believe and have trust in self, that one God that's in you, and no one knows better than you.
When when you said fee fi fo, I started thinking of Jack and the Beanstalk. Didn't the
Well, you
giant
know
fi fo
those
farm I
have,
smell a something of an Englishman? What do
yeah.
you say? That's what
I don't know, it's best all, but you know though it holds those tones
Mhm.
have very powerful frequencies. You know this.
Yes. Just I don't know, that's just what I thought of when you said that, so and, I'm gonna tell you when I see here, wow, that was awesome and loved how Cosmo joined in, much gratitude. Um, it was funny what had happened. I'm gonna tell you what happened when that happened. I was feeling some resistance and, the other dog came in and Cosmo was shooing him off, and sending him out of the room. So it was kind of funny, because I was feeling this resistance, like some people resisting opening up to the energies and this like once again the dogs come in to say hey, and then I felt the energy shift, and as it did, Finn left the room and everything went back. So that was fun.
Mm,
I love my
yes,
little puppies, my little puppy teachers.
yes. And thank you everyone for showing up for another week.
Yes, thank you.
And I guess we can tell people now.
Are you gonna let are you gonna tell what are you telling?
Well, our featured guest for July.
Oh, tell them.
So we are super excited, you guys. You guys have to tune in. Um, that we are having Bruce Lipton on our show in July. Beyond excited for this amazing experience that's going to happen next
Oh
month.
no, are you
See,
excited too, Cosmo?
yeah, even Cosmo was like, excited. Cosmo was like, bring it on. Uh, but just thought we guys share that with you. And till next week, everyone, keep exploring. Have an amazing week. And
Remember, don't limit yourself, create yourself, be the change in you. And thank you so much for joining us for this Friday night tune up, and so much gratitude to everyone out there, and just so much love, and keep on trucking along. Y'all got this.
yes.
As I say in Finding Nemo, keep on swimming.
Till next week,
Happy
everyone.
Friday, everyone. Thank you.